Hi guys, today I'm doing a writing vlog, which is something that I've never done before, but I would like to do a little bit more of it because this weekend we are going all the way across the country for a wedding and we're going to a concert in London as well, so it's going to be a mega weekend, and I thought that would give me some amazing time to write on the train. We are spending hours and hours this weekend on public transport, which is going to be amazing, and we are dropping the child off at the grandparents, so it's going to be a really lovely break from the child and some nice train time, and hopefully I'm going to get some writing done. I'm not driving right now, so don't worry. We are on the way to the grandparents so we can drop off the child, and then we're going to jump on the train. We're going from Cheltenham all the way to Newcastle in the UK for a lovely friend's wedding. So yeah, I thought I'll bring you along and we'll see how we go. This morning we had to get everything ready. There is so much stuff to pack for the child, and don't worry that I call her the child, by the way. It is a term of endearment. In The Mandalorian they call Baby Yoda the child, and it's super cute. And yeah, we had to get snacks. I had to try on my outfits, make sure I had all the right shoes. We have just dropped the child off and we are ready to get on the train. I'm really hoping to get some writing done. There's a few things I'm working on, including some revisions of musicals and also working on a short film as well. So yeah, hope I get some stuff done. It was off to a terrible start. I had to stand for the first maybe hour-ish because all of the seats were taken, and even though I had a seat reserved, somebody was in it, but we did get reunited. We jumped off at Birmingham, ran to the last carriage, and we had some seats, and I was able to get some stuff done. We finally made it to Newcastle. I did my makeup on the train and then ran to meet the others who are already on the night out. We started off at this blues bar that had live music, so I'll play you a little bit of that. And of course we went dancing, but not before we sang karaoke. We are at the wedding and it has been the most incredible wedding so far. We just had the wedding breakfast, so that was the meal after the ceremony, and we sat down to eat at 2:30 p.m. and it was literally 5 courses and then cheese. And we just finished and it's 6:30 p.m. so we were literally just eating that whole time. I'm so full. There were so many drinks. They would bring out like the toasting champagne and then the port to go with the cheese and the wine to go with the dinner, and it's honestly just been immense. So we're just having a little bit of a break now, and then we're going up to a fancy room to do wine tasting. So honestly, it's been an absolute awesome wedding, but I am so full. It was really cold in the banquet hall, so I had to borrow Jake's jacket, but yeah, we're having a really good time and I will chat to you soon. Now this is the wine tasting. That is the wine guy you can see there. Now he definitely knew his stuff, but if I'm honest, I think most of it went over my head. I'm not a massive wine person and it wasn't really for me. It was all about tasting the wine and what notes can you recognize and the texture and how long does it stay on the palate. But once we got to the dancing, I was having a banger of a time, and honestly, it was just so lovely to be there for my friend and to see her get married to such a great guy. Too many drinks though, too many drinks. Day 3 of our adventures. We are on the train from Newcastle to London, and we didn't have too much time in the morning to sightsee in Newcastle or anything, so we pretty much just jumped straight on the train, and I am back at it with the writing. On the first train ride, I managed to write the entire short film that was in my head, so that was super productive. But today I'm just doing revisions on musicals, so I kind of had to reread where I was up to and kind of reacquaint myself with the world and the characters. Hey, so we made it to London and it's a really bit of a vibe. I wish we could come more often, but the transport in this country is quite expensive, so it feels nice to be here and soaking up the vibe. And it's nearly time for the concert. I got a good amount done on the train, but the internet is so slow, so much of writing for me is the researching and all of that kind of stuff, and so I should have done a little bit more prep work beforehand, but I still got a good amount done. So now I'm just getting excited for the concert, and I can see loads of fans walking about in amazing costumes and outfits, and I think it's going to be really fun. Guys, I'm finally back home. It is now the Monday, the next day, and that was just the craziest weekend ever. I didn't film anything of the concert because they said not to, and I did see other people filming, but I felt bad. I'm kind of a stickler for the rules, so I didn't film anything, but I just wanted to say it was actually amazing. It was Starkid. I can't believe it's been a little less than a year, the concert, and after making a video last week or the week before kind of trashing Cinderella's Castle, their latest show, it was so nice to see the concert and be like, wow, that was amazing. It was so well constructed, so well put together, and I feel like they didn't just do like the same old expected songs that everybody knows. They actually just chose really good and interesting songs, and they kind of did it like Cats, but instead of cats auditioning for who should be chosen to go to cat heaven, it was Americans auditioning for who should be chosen to stay in the UK, because America is so crazy right now. So it was just really clever and really well done, and I had the best time. It was amazing to be able to go up and attend the wedding. The food was honestly the highlight. I mean, I actually forgot to film the salmon course, but there was a whole other course in there, and we were just like so full. We would have rolled all the way home, but our Airbnb was uphill, so we walked uphill all the way home. Yeah, and it was great to get some writing done. As I mentioned, I wrote an entire short film, so that was the first draft. I just sort of did the vomit draft, and because I had been planning it in my head and kind of visualizing what I wanted, I didn't have any research to do. I kind of enjoyed not having access to the internet, and I just wrote it completely, just like start to finish, bang, done. So that was incredible, and it always feels good when you do stuff like that. And then on the second one, I was doing a revision for a show, and I kind of needed to know certain things because it's set in a very specific location, and I just couldn't access the internet, and it was dragging on, and I was just getting frustrated. So it wasn't quite as useful, but I still got to reread over everything and kind of put myself back in that world. So now when I go to do work on it, I've already done that. Like, I know where I am, I'm in the middle of it, I know what I need to do. So I kind of done a little bit of that prep work, which is still writing, by the way. Anyway, so I'm gonna go now and sleep for 100 days, except I'm not, because I have the child back. So hopefully she sleeps all night tonight and I will recover. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.